Everyone. Let's talk quickly about citing internet sources. This is a little early. Didn't really want to go here yet, but let's just take a good stab at internet sources. You're not using Wikipedia. Keep that in mind. Your instructors aren't going to allow you to use it, so we're not even going to talk about it here. So we're going to look at two different kinds of sources. You're going to look at a source that may be, let's see here, an internet source that has an author, and it's actually a like a book or an article in a magazine, like this one here. There's an author, there's the title of the article, and the name of the article it's in, like a magazine. This one is the author, the name of the article, the name of the journal it's in, all the same information you would find off of a database, but you're also supplying the website, because sometimes journals, and that's one of the ones I'm going to show you, will have their information online, like a free online journal, as opposed to one that's in a print. All right, so let's look first at the most common sort of thing that you'll come across. So let's say I'm at the CPCC website, and I find this article interesting. CPCC breaks ground for new Levine campus building. When I click on that, I'm going to a web page. All right. Hopefully I'll have an author, but it's unlikely. I'm going to look around here. Nope, no author anywhere. So just like you had in some of the reference articles, there's no author. So you begin with the name of the web page. All right. Here's our web page. Get rid of my formatting as we go. And you'll of course have to fix everything yourself because it's not there for you. Okay? And I'm going to ignore the words that shouldn't be capitalized at the moment. That's all right. So there is my title of my web page. Web pages are found on web sites, right? So instead of having an article in a book, you have a web page on a website. And our website would be what? I'm trying to type with one hand. I'm not good typing with two hands, much less one. CPCC. All right, we'd probably spell that out, but that's all right. All right. So what did they tell us we're supposed to do else? All right, so I'm looking at a page on a website. So I have my article or my web page. I've got my site, so I get a comma after it, and the date on which it was posted. So I do have a date of posting, January 26, 2017. Excellent. And what's it supposed to look like? Day first, then month, then year. All a bunch of commas, all right? So let me put this here. It said 26 January was how I was supposed to do this. All right, that looks nice. Then what I'm supposed to do next. Then it says a comma after my date and then the URL, and that's all there is to it. All right, so here's my URL. I'm going to copy that, and there's a comma after the date. Control V, there's my URL. All right, and then we'll put this in a correct format, of course, because I'm neurotic that way and I like things to be done properly. All right, so there is my, and this is probably what most of you will find if you're having to use something that's not on Credo. Use Credo first. That's our first line, right? We just need background information on what the characteristics of your music genre or your art movement is. So go there first. We want as scholarly information as we can. If you can't find something because it's a new movement, all the older movements will be there, but if it's something new in the past, year or past decade, you're probably going to go on the internet and find a web page on a web site, its date, etc. Okay? The second thing that you might find is an actual article with an author and everything. So I'm going to the journal that I edit, called Teaching American Literature, and if I wanted an article from here, let me just find an article. This article was written by, it doesn't give this whole thing, so I have to actually click on the article and open it up. This is the actual full article. with the author's name and the name of the article, the name of the journal, all that sort of stuff that you would find if we were citing an article. Let me do all that for you just really quickly here. Maybe you'll find an article in an online journal that has everything you need about your where are my page numbers? Alright, so we get the author's name, Laura Bollinger, and let me put her in reverse order, the way it all belongs, and the name of the article is right here, in quotation marks, of course, comma, and you can tell this is, well, you might not be able to tell because this is new to you, but we will see that some sources are still in the previous version of MLA. Alright, we can talk about all that stuff later. You don't care about that right now. This will get you started. But I found this article online, right? Not in a database, but on the internet. So I will be providing the URL. And let's get it up here so it looks nice. Alright, so here's an example of a web page on a website. This is an example of an online article in an online journal that happens to be on a website. So these are probably the two things you're going to find. If you have an author, great, start with it. But if you don't, you of course want to start with what you do have. Internet sources are tricky. Just do the best you can, and we'll work more with internet sources later.